combustible band spans 30 years of sex, drugs, fights, riots, near-death experiences, mountain lions, bitch slap rapping, and cocaine tongues. Here are 7 facts about this talented but volatile group. Number 7. Before Guns N' Roses, Stradlin and Rose took part in a medical study where they were paid to smoke cigarettes. Before Guns N' Roses was formed, lead singer Rose and guitarist Stradlin were so broke that they took part in a medical study led by UCLA where they got paid to smoke cigarettes. In a 2001 interview, Stradlin told the press how the two came to land such a quintessentially rock and roll and probably inadvisable job. Stradlin explained, "One day I'm going through the paper and there's an ad that says smokers needed, $10 an hour. He went on to say, so I said, fuck, this seems like easy work. That's all we do anyways. And so we called this place and they said, yeah, come down." Number 6. The song Welcome to the Jungle was inspired by a homeless man. The lead singer Axl Rose was visiting a friend near Seattle. While he was there, he started writing lyrics that told a story of the life in the Hollywood streets. He describes the life in Hollywood as a fight for survival, with such lines as, "You learn to live like an animal in the jungle where we play." The title and the inspiration for the song came from an encounter with a homeless man while Rose and his friend were stepping off of a bus into New York. The homeless man tried to scare the two by yelling at them, "You know where you are? You're in the jungle, baby! You're gonna die!" So the famous song Welcome to the Jungle was inspired by a homeless man. Number 5. Axl Rose helps add sex sounds to Rocket Queen. In 1987, Adriana Smith caught her boyfriend cheating. That boyfriend happened to be GNR drummer Steven Adler. So, when Axl Rose invited the 19-year-old into the studio to help with some last-minute overdubs on Rocket Queen, Smith didn't mind that her contribution would be to moan as loud as possible while she and the singer had sex. This was Smith's chance for revenge on Adler. And anyway, she was drunk and thought Axl was fucking magical. Axl repeatedly expressed concern with the verisimilitude of Smith's performance during the session, growling, "Come on, Adriana, make it real, stop faking," at one point. Smith later regretted participating in the stunt, saying the guilt and shame it caused her contributed to her addiction. Number 4. Slash once snuck his pet mountain lion into a hotel room. In 1993, Slash moved into a new home in Los Angeles and began to fill it up with a whole host of exotic animals, including snakes, lizards, and a mountain lion called Curtis. However, in 1994, the Northbridge earthquake meant that the guitarist was forced to evacuate his home. He obviously couldn't take all of his animals with him, but he wasn't about to leave his beloved mountain lion behind. Slash checked into the Four Seasons in Marina del Rey and somehow managed to get Curtis into the hotel with him without any of the staff noticing. Amazingly, the big cat managed to go undetected and stayed with Slash in his room until it was safe for the pair to return to their LA home. Number 3. Slash died. In 1992, the guitarist was in a hotel with Guns N' Roses while he was on tour with the band. At the time, Slash was a heroin addict, an alcoholic, and a cocaine addict. While he was resting in his room, Slash overdosed on heroin and lived a life-threatening experience. However, after the incident, Matt Sorum, the band's drummer at the time, awoke to a call from the hotel worker who explained that their guitarist has passed away. Quickly, Sorum jumped out of his bed and ran to Slash and called an ambulance immediately. According to sources, Slash wasn't breathing and passed away. His heart had stopped beating. Luckily, the musician came back a few minutes later with a serious action. Slash did die, but thanks to his bandmate Matt Sorum, he came to life. If Matt hadn't been so quick, Slash would probably still be dead. Number 2. Duff McKagan enrolled in economics at university because he couldn't understand his growing finances. As well as a talented bassist, McKagan is an economics whiz. In 1994, high school dropout McKagan enrolled in a finance course at Santa Monica Community College. Then, in 2000, the bassist took his passion for numbers even further when he enrolled at Seattle University to study business and economics. McKagan explained in a 2011 interview that he was inspired to learn the principles of economics after being unable to understand his own finances. He said, "I couldn't make sense of it. I didn't know how much we had made or lost on the tour. As a 30-year-old millionaire, how do I admit to somebody that I don't know what the fuck I'm doing?" To this day, McKagan is the only member of the band, former or current, to have studied for and achieved a degree. McKagan's achievement becomes even more impressive when you realize that Izzy Stradlin was the only one of the original members to even graduate high school. Number 1. Slash runs naked, bleeding through golf resort after hallucination. After their 1989 world tour, GNR took a hiatus in Los Angeles. With nothing to keep him busy but a bottle of Jack Daniels, Slash's drug problems worsened. It turned out to be the start of a long and nightmarish obsession with heroin that lasted from 1989 through 1991, the guitarist says in his autobiography. Hallucinations ensued, resulting in a bloody, naked run through an Arizona golf resort. After a heroin-cocaine bender, Slash recalls predators with rubbery-looking dreadlocks chasing after him with machine guns and harpoons. In an attempt to combat the creatures, Slash punched through the glass door, later jumping through it to flee his room. Naked and afraid, Slash proceeded to use a maid as a human shield, ran through the hotel lobby, and hid behind a lawnmower as his ultimate shelter. He even gave police a detailed account of the predator attack. "I was still high enough that I told the story without a shred of self-consciousness."